Hello friends, welcome to my scope on marketing tips. Hi Betsy B. Thanks for joining in for my scope with some marketing tips. And my name is AndreaTabler and I live near Palm Springs. That's why I have this cute piece of art. I'm so glad that you are glad to be here, Betsy. So yeah, this art is by an artist named Shag. Sorry, it's sort of going in and out of focus. Anyway, he's local here in the Palm Springs area, and we totally and completely would love to have a giant shag painting in our house one day. But for right now, we've got this cute little postcard. We've got a few of them that we've framed. Hello, Meredith. Welcome. Thanks for the hearts, guys. So again, my name is Andrea, and I blog at Tabler Party up to. Ooh, I'm gonna have to put this camera on me because this is like making you all want to like switch away right away. All this stuff going on here. So hang on. There we go. I'm here. Okay, so yeah, I love Shag. Oh my gosh, my favorite artist by far, and his paintings are incredibly expensive but gorgeous, and my husband and I totally want to get one. Sorry, let me adjust this just a little. Okay, so today here in the Palm Springs area, it is like 110 degrees, and I know those of you who are friends from Texas, you've got it pretty bad today too. In fact, you probably have it worse because it's probably about the same temperature, except you've got a lot of humidity that we don't have, although it is more humid here than normal, I will say that. But we are trying to figure out how to get away this weekend because it's going to be like 115, 116. Yes, Meredith, the heat wave is a killer. Meredith, what city are you in? Where are you coming from? Oh yeah, thank goodness for AC. Oh, I feel for anyone in Texas right now. It's rough. Oh yeah, Los Angeles. Yeah, we're just trying to find a place to just get to the mountains or something and just go camping and get out of this crazy, crazy heat. Okay, so I'm curious, how many of you all have scoped yet? Has anyone on here done their own scope yet? I have been doing it for about 10 days, and oh, I'm getting crickets, so no one. Okay, that's all right. I know you'll get brave enough and you'll do it. It's actually really fun once you bite the bullet and just do it. And if anyone's on a scope, oh, you've done 4. Who's that? Oh, that's Meredith. Cool. Okay, Meredith can tell you they get a lot easier the more you do, and it certainly doesn't get harder. You learn something new every single time, that's for sure. And gosh, I just heard today that there are like 10 million people on Periscope. That doesn't mean that they're all scoping. Many. Oh, you just joined today. Awesome. Many people who are on Periscope are not actually broadcasting anything, but they are, oh yeah, a little scary for the person. But there's a lot of people who are sort of lurking, and there are a lot of people who are engaging, like some of you are, and asking questions and interacting, and that's really cool. And then there's really not a huge percentage of people who are broadcasting. And even with that said, believe it or not, there is 40 years of content shared every single day on Periscope after it only being available for 3 or 4 months. So definitely social media of the future, this live streaming stuff. Okay, so yesterday my 2 tips I went over for those of you who are brand new bloggers. And again, if you just joined, my name's Andrea. I blog at Tabler Party of 2. I have 25 years of marketing experience, and I love to blog about life kind of stuff. And one of my biggest passions is helping other bloggers improve their experience and reaching more people, having a larger audience, and learning social media tips. And I especially love to help those who really want to start a brand new blog. Hi, Michelle. I see you're here. Welcome. Yeah, I love helping women or guys who really want to start a blog and they're not really sure where to start. I just started mine a year ago, and gosh, there's so many things I wish I had known before I started my blog. And so my goal each day on Periscope is just to share a few tips that I think would help anyone who wants to start a blog but hasn't, published yet, or even those who are sort of new at it or really want to take it to the next level. So the tips I shared yesterday for those of you who are considering starting a blog is to really amp up your social media presence. And you can pick 2 or 3 different social media platforms. Thanks for the hearts. If you like anything I'm saying or you think it's helpful, tap the screen and give some hearts, and that's how I'll know, so thank you. Yes, I just started 1 year ago. 1 year ago last week. So I did my first Periscope on my 1 year anniversary, which was August the 1st. So yeah, 1 year, and it's been so fun. Let's see, where was I? I don't like getting text while I'm good. Now it's gone. I don't know, Meredith, has that happened to you? I just got a text message while I was talking and it sort of threw me off for a second. Okay, so I talked about finding about 3 different social media channels that you feel comfortable with and where your audience of your future blog or your current blog are going to hang out. You want to hang out where they hang out. So go ahead and start doing that and engaging. Start leaving comments and watching their scopes and engage during their scopes. Follow them on Facebook and ask questions and just get involved in social media before you start your blog, because in that way, when you press push, you're going to have an audience. And then my second tip yesterday, oh, thanks Meredith for inviting followers. Anyone else who's interested in inviting other people that they know on Periscope or Twitter, you can just swipe to your right, and if you're on an iPhone, and then you swipe up if you're on an Android. Social media that has worked best for me. I had this question. I would say I spend time in about 4 different ones. Probably I get the most, well, by far, I get the most referrals to my blog from Facebook. I also, in recent months, have started to get quite a bit of traffic from Twitter and from Pinterest. It took me a while to even realize that I was getting traffic from Twitter, because it, you know, when you look at your referrals, it'll say your traffic, say from Facebook, and it'll use the word Facebook, but for Twitter it says t.co. So I finally realized that was actually Twitter. So yeah, I guess Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest are my 3 favorites, except Periscope is climbing right up there to join the top of the list. So real quick, my second tip yesterday was to start your like page now, even if you haven't started your blog, because you'll be building your audience and connecting with people. You can invite everyone that's a friend of yours on your personal page to go ahead and like you on your like page, which is your business page. And by the way, it's easiest to do that from your iPhone than your desktop. Okay, I want to jump into what I've got for you today. Oh, first I have to tell you one funny little fact. I am still waiting to get my iPhone tripod. Should be here any day. So I started out with Periscope using a selfie stick and holding it. And then yesterday I was about to do that and I realized I have a vase. So I actually am using a selfie stick stuck inside a vase. And Tanya Quiet, I know you're on here. It's one of the vases that we bought when I moved in my house. And I just had the selfie stick in there and now I'm not having to hold it. So that's pretty cool. Just a tip. Okay, today's tips that I have for you if you're going to start a blog or just have. I would suggest that you follow some of your competitors and look at them, see what makes you different. What are some things that they are doing really, really well? And what things do you think they aren't doing well? And how might you improve upon that? And then I'd also look at some of the subtle things, subtle details that make this blog appealing to you. And jot those things down and make note of it. And then also I'd comment on their blogs and sort of get to know them. You could probably really learn a lot in those scenarios where you're getting to know other bloggers in the competition. By the way, if you have any questions, please type them in and I'll be sure to answer them. Secondly, I'd suggest that you start generating blog content. And even if you're not going to launch your blog for 3 months or 2 months or 1 month, go ahead and start writing down ideas, because what happens is you'll have a great idea, you're driving in the car or you're about to go to sleep at night. The chances that you're going to remember every one of those great ideas that come to you 2 months later, 1 month later, even 1 day later is sort of a risky deal. So write down your ideas and start trying to generate a list. I read the other day that one great approach is to generate a list of 100 blog titles, not topics, but titles that are very specific, and then get them on a calendar. And I have to admit that I'm sort of a last minute kind of person, so this has been a challenge for me. But in the past week, I did this. I haven't come up with 100 headlines yet. I'm at 30, I think. And I've started to plug them into a calendar. How do you strategize plan out your work day? Honestly, in the past 2 weeks, I have been really closely watching what I do each day, I'm doing a free video series from Chalene Johnson. You can follow her on Periscope. If you don't already, you should. She's amazing. It's at Chalene Johnson, C-H-A-L-E-N-E, and I'm doing her free video program called 30-Day Push. It really helped me to identify what are my life priorities, what are my goals, and then look at every day. And oh, someone else just did it too. It's so awesome. I'm on day 17 or something like that. Meredith, what are you on? It's really helped me to intentionally do things every single day that get me closer to the biggest thing I want to accomplish this year, which is aligned with my goals and my life priorities. So honestly, I think I've been doing it 17 or 18 days, and I feel like I have more direction than I ever have because I am a very spontaneous, last-minute kind of person. And this has helped me to really hone in on what I ought to be doing every day. And one of those things is looking at my to-do list lots and lots and lots. So, all right, I sort of went off on a bunny trail there. Sorry about that. But so that's what I do these days as far as a strategy, planning my day. I also try to get done the thing I least want to do earlier in the day. So anyway, you know what? Anyone could benefit from Chalene's program, 30-Day Push. Check it out and you'll love it. The third tip I have today for those of you who are thinking of starting a blog is to do a soft launch. I did this a year ago. I had no idea how I got the idea. It just sounded like a good idea to me, so I did it. And about 10 days or so, really, yeah, about 8 days. About 8 days before I was going to go live, I started doing some blog posts, and I asked about 10 friends if they would subscribe to me and if they would read my post and leave some comments and give me some honest feedback. And honestly, those 8 days were so invaluable for a few reasons I want to share with you. First of all, I made some mistakes at the beginning. I still make mistakes, don't get me wrong, but you're more likely to make mistakes at the beginning when you're just getting used to using WordPress and so forth. So it just gave me a few days to sort of work out some of the kinks before other people came to see my blog. Secondly, I thought that it was going to be important to have content on my site so that when a brand new person came, once the blog was publicized, they would have more than just one article to read as they decide whether they wanted to be a follower of mine or not. And so by the time I publicized it on August 1st, I don't know, I probably had about 6 to 7 different blog posts that they could look at to make that decision. And also, as you build, as you start your blog in a pre-launch phase, you're going to be not only building your content, but you're just going to be building your confidence. So it's just like this whole Periscope thing. If anyone asked a question I didn't get to, please ask it again because they go up the screen so quickly, and I want to make sure I get to them. And anyone else on here besides Meredith done a scope yet? I'm just curious. And if you haven't, do you want to? Please let me know. And also, I'm just curious what's possibly holding you back. Oh no one is thinking of it. Okay, that's cool, no problem. Again, if you joined late, my name's Andrea, and I blog about just life over at Tabler Party of Two. I love to create recipes and share them, and I love to do crafts. Oh, everyone should try it. I agree, Meredith. I love to do crafts and empty nest adventures. I'm an empty nester. Oh yeah, here's the hashtag question. People find me if I... Okay. All right, you need the question. Well, okay, you can see the questions. I don't need to repeat it. All right, so yes, I use hashtags. Well, actually, I've been using hashtag TablerScope, but you can use more. Oh no, today I did hashtag marketing, hashtag bloggers, hashtag blog launch. Yes, so I did use several hashtags today. And I think that the reason those are helpful is because when you start your first scope, you need to, let me back up, you sign up on Twitter, and whenever you hit broadcast, then it's going to tell all your followers on Twitter. And I have been going on a few minutes before I scope, and I have been telling people that I'm about to get on and what I'm going to scope about. What all do I scope about? Well, you know, I've scoped about a few different things, but in general, what I plan to scope about are blogging tips, social media tips, small business coaching, and then I'll probably throw in some recipes. Like last week on National Watermelon Day, I made a watermelon mojito. So just whatever we're doing. This weekend, we're going camping. Who knows? I don't know. There could be something fun to scope about with my 2 dogs and my cute, cute husband in the mountains in California. Okay. Where am I? Okay, so yes, Tabler Party of 2. Love for you to check it out. If you thought this was helpful, I would love it if you would share it with your followers. I use catch.com. That's KATCH .co. Excuse me, not .com, .co. And Catch records these. So this will be live on Periscope for 24 hours, and then after that, it'll be forever on Catch. Is it Catch.me? I think it is Catch.me. I don't know. KATCH in one of those endings. Sorry about that. Thank you for all the sweethearts. Thank y'all for joining me today. And I will be back tomorrow with some more blog tips. I may even be back today with some other kind of thing. Like, I don't know, I like to encourage women and just share faith stories, or just encourage women to embrace the season that they're in. So I might even hop back on today. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you. And share if you want. And y'all have a blessed day. Take care. This is funny. I realize you're still